Hi, hello, my name's Faria and I'm the Travelling Tooth. Welcome back to the Travelling Tooth. Today we're going to talk about clinics part 2. So I've been really bad and I haven't been documenting my clinics after I do them. It's just that it's been such a long day and I just kind of forget, and I'm also just like ready to go to bed. So I'm gonna try and talk about as much as I can. I think I have probably missed maybe 3 clinics now, so I'm probably just gonna put them all in one. So my second year is all about restorations. I am currently doing I've done composite fillings, amalgam fillings, and GIC filling. I would say don't come for me because I still haven't done my lectures yet. You see those dentists and medics who are always like on point with what they're doing. You see their TikToks where they're just like, I'm on top of the game, I go to the gym, I do this, I do that. That's not me. So if that's the kind of content you want from me, yeah, it's not happening. So yeah, I am behind on my lectures and I am trying to do everything else. So we've done amalgam, composites, and GIC. I'd say my favorite is probably, I personally really like composite fillings because I think they're just a lot prettier. I think amalgam is easier to work with because you can actually see what's going on. I thought it was more interesting amalgams purely because, I don't know, it was quite interesting working with metals, I suppose. When you put it into the filling, you have to like pound it in. That sounds very like vicious. I swear to you, it's not a vicious process, but you just kind of have to like really pat it in. It's just like the change of colors and everything. I thought that was really interesting. But I think with composites, you can get more of the contour and stuff, which I think is really important. As a dentist, I'd say that's like an aesthetics point of view, but I suppose for just like normal dental life, it's important in terms of chewing and stuff. I found it a lot easier to do the contouring in composite fillings compared to amalgams, but I just thought amalgams was nice to work with, especially because it was the first time I was working with it. The GIC filling, honestly, I don't like. The GIC fillings, it gets hard so quickly, so it's really hard to work with. I personally didn't like it. I'd say my favorite is probably composite. It's the things that click. I remember going to work experience at dental practice, and they just do a lot of things. Like there's a lot of mixing, there's a lot of doughy stuff and all of that, and it just, when you're at work experience, you're like, what are they doing? I think it's just a very different experience compared to now when I'm doing it myself and I'm like, wow, like this makes so much sense. I absolutely love labs, clinics, whatever you want to call them, and I think they're so much fun. I think so we currently have a morning session and an afternoon session. I also apologize if my videos are repetitive. I actually don't remember what I filmed the last time, so I could be saying stuff that I haven't said. Could be saying stuff I've already said. So my clinics are really stressful. Not stressful, it's just quite intense, especially like coming from a pandemic where you've literally spent 24/7 inside, not having to go anywhere, not having to socialize, to now literally a straight 9 to, I'm gonna say 4 clinic session or lab session. It's quite intense on like myself. I'd say that's the only thing I find really difficult. At the end of the day, I'm just so tired and exhausted, but apart from that, I really enjoy the practical side of it. I really enjoy actually just being hands-on with what I'm doing, and I really like the manual dexterity part of it. I can't lie, that one thing I keep thinking about is I wonder how it's gonna be like when I actually have a proper patient and their tongue is just doing a madness. It's just doing left, right, and center. We've dealt with moisture control, but we've dealt with moisture control where there's no moisture, so that's a bit of a guess. Like, how can you deal with moisture control with a robot? It's not even a robot, it's like a phantom head, so I'm basically dealing with rubber. One of my concerns, I suppose, like dealing with actual saliva, dealing with actual moisture, dealing with a tongue, like what are you gonna do? And that's it. I think I spoke to a couple of upper years and they were just telling me their experiences with patients and stuff, because obviously now that COVID's done, we're kind of just starting to see patients. And it's honestly so wild what the stories I've heard. And that's a lie, it's not wild, it's just wild for a second year, because it's just things like, oh my god, the tongue goes everywhere. Like someone said it can be cold and stuff. I have been told by the upper years that second year is probably one of the best years. I think second year we just focus on restorations, so it isn't as difficult in Leeds. So I hear at the moment it's been okay, but it's only been a month in. I am already behind and I am going to try and catch up with my lectures and everything. So as a graduate person who's already done biomedical science and a master's in public health, I would say, and I've done like a month work experience in a dental practice, because I haven't actually done a lot of the lectures and I keep getting asked like, how do you stay on top of things, how do you understand things? And I feel like a lot of it just makes sense. I suppose in terms of the cavities and the caries and bacteria side of it, that's where my biomedical side came into it. We did a lot of microbiology. it just makes sense. You know what saliva is like, you know what the enzymes are doing. For me personally, and then in terms of oral hygiene and all of that, I think that's more like the public health stuff. Of course, there's the material side of it that I'm not too sure about. But again, I work well visually. I work well in person. I think I can just connect the dots when I'm just there, compared to the theory. Like, the theory for me doesn't work. So yeah, those are my clinics so far. I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, if you feel like I've missed anything, then please send me a message. Ask me questions, whatever you want. I am here for you. I made this page solely because when I was applying, I didn't get any help. I mainly used medics to help me, and I didn't really see any dental pages or talking about the experience and all of that. So I'm here for you. If you have any questions, send me a message. Head to thetravelingtooth.com or comment down below, like and subscribe, all of that. Bye!